welcome back to my little channel. I thought I would do one today on just a really rough and ready. I've literally just got back from a 5k run. So I just thought I would just post something that is a little 15-minute-ish stretch off for anyone else that is doing a lot of running, or maybe you're doing the couch to 5k and then you're just feeling muscles and tightness that you just cannot seem to get rid of. So it's just a nice way to cool down, and I thought I would just do it really rough and ready. I'm literally sweating. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a real time. This is what I'm feeling like, so you may well hear some groans during this. So what I want us to do is start off in a child's pose. So you're going to bring yourself down. Whew. Big toes together, you can have the knees nice and wide, and then you're going to bring the body down. Just find a really active position here. So we're looking to stretch the fingertips forwards, and then try and draw the bum down towards the heels. If I start to sniff a lot, it's just the running. Anyone else get a really runny nose when they run? So don't worry too much about getting deep into postures. This is just a way for us to ease everything out, release it from all that lactic acid that's running around. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right side just to get a little bit of a side stretch through the left side of the body. We kind of always tend to stretch out the legs after a run, and a lot of the time I see people forget about the top half of the body, but when you think about it, we hold a lot of tension there. And I don't know about you, but when I'm running, I tend to clench up quite a bit, and I really have to struggle to relax my shoulders, relax through the arms a little bit more. You're going to then walk the hands, the body over towards the left side, so this time just reaching out through the right side body. Maybe just try and draw that right bum cheek down that little bit deeper. And then gently walking the body back through center. Just reach those fingertips forwards. Maybe dig the fingertips in. Just try and let the chest open that little bit more. Have a squeeze of the shoulder blades together. And from here we're going to bring ourselves up into a tabletop position. So just bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Let's just roll through a couple of cat-cows. So breathing in, let the belly drop, lift the chest. Breathe out, rounding into the spine, tuck in the chin. So inhale to drop the belly, lift the heart forwards. Exhale to round through. One more, breathing in. As you exhale, rounding into the spine. Inhale to neutral, just stretching through the calves. Send your right leg out, tuck the toes under, and then you're just going to gently press back into that heel. I like to have a little bit of movement around here, so just moving the foot around slightly, moving into the ankle. It just gets into the side of the calf a little bit more. You might find there's a place where you really just want to hold that stretch a little bit longer. Maybe you're coming up and bending into those toes. Just get the stretch through the back of those toes a little bit more. A little bit of a pulse around. And then just gently bringing the knee back in. Let's go second side. So left foot goes back, tuck the toes. Start to send that left heel away. Oh. I've also got one side that's tighter than the other. Completely normal, by the way. Just again, have a bit of movement around. Feels so nice when you start to get into it. And then again, if you want to just have a work into those toes, keep them tucked, maybe press back. And then gently bringing yourselves forwards We're going to sit back on the heels, but I want you to tuck your toes under. We're going to come into a little bit of a toe stretch. If this feels too much, you're going to keep the hands to the floor and just try and put a little bit of pressure backwards. If you can bring yourself all the way up, you're going to sit back on the heels, and if you see my toes are all tucked under. My little toes aren't very big, so they have a habit of not getting a stretch. But you're just going to try and sit here. Some of us will feel this a lot quicker than others, so just try and work with it. As I say, if you need to back out of it, hands to the floor, just release it off slightly. You can have a little bit of movement around. Hold that for as long as you want to. When you're ready, hands to the floor, just take a little counter stretch. So have the feet flat to the ground, and then you're just going to try and pick your knees off the ground, stretch through the front of the feet, so pick the hips up. Releasing them down. We're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and just start to send your hips forwards. If your foot gets halfway, you're just going to grab it, drag it. Maybe come up onto the fingertips. Let the chest go forward, send the hip down. So your left bum cheek is working here. As you go through, you can hold these stretches for as long as you want. When you're ready, you're going to come onto the outside edge of your right foot. Just let the knee drop out. Try and keep your knee and the ankle in line so you're not crunching into that ankle here. You might just gently press it away with your right hand. Have a little twist into the body here. Gently bringing yourself around to center. Let's take this into a hamstring stretch. Just start to walk the hands back so that either side of that front leg. Send the bum back and maybe point the right toes up towards the sky. And it might be this is as far as you get. If you can take a full forward fold over that right leg, because that's where your flexibility is at today, then absolutely go for it. Gently bringing your way back forwards. Just bring the body up, coming into a low lunge. Pad your back knee out if you need to. Now here, I want you to think about keeping your hip points facing forwards. So imagine those points at the front of the hips like headlights. You don't want them pointing down, slumping into that lower back. You want to send them forwards, lengthen out through the back of the body, lift up, and then you're going to squeeze your hips towards the front. So that left hip is working. You might just send the arms up to the sky. You might take right hand around the left wrist and just come into a little side stretch over towards the right side. As you inhale, lift yourself back up, send the hands to the ground. We're just going to swap the legs over. So taking your right knee back, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And then again, just start to send the chest forward, work that right hip down. You might be able to start to get control of that breath a little bit more. Right hand to the floor, come onto the outside edge of that left foot. Left hand on the inside of that left leg, just gently pressing it away, looking past your left shoulder. Gently bringing yourself around when you're ready. Hands either side of that front leg. Start to send your hips back into that hamstring stretch. Oh, this one is a lot tighter. Pointing the left toes up towards the sky. And again, if you need to, you can actually bring yourselves, if you've got any blocks or books, you can bring yourselves up a little bit higher. Make it kinder. If you wanted to take a forward fold with a long back, you can take that fold over that front leg. Use your inhales to start to bring yourself up into your low lunge, hip points pressing forwards. Send the arms up to sky, press the hips forwards, squeeze into that right bum cheek. Left hand around the right wrist as you gently take that side stretch towards that front leg, so it's going towards the left side. yourself up to centre, hands to the ground. You're going to send your left foot back. Let's take a downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, bum goes towards the heels, and then start to work those hips up and back. And just have a little pedal through those legs again. So you're just working into the calves, into the ankles. A little bit of movement around. Just sending the heels in, so feet hip width apart and parallel, hands around shoulder width. And you're thinking about sending the hips up nice and high, sending the chest back towards the legs. Just spend a couple of breaths here. And then gently coming forwards, dropping the knees down, swing the legs out towards one side, just bring yourself onto the back. Final couple of postures just for our stretches. Bringing the right knee in, keep the left foot on the floor, and then you're going to cross your right ankle up and over your left knee, coming into a figure of four shape. This may be enough here. If you wanted to bring your left foot away from the floor, bringing the knee in, this will just increase the stretch in that right side. If you could take an interlace of the hands around that back of that left thigh, you can work it there. If you've got a strap or something handy, you could bind it around the back of that left leg and just extend your arms out. You're going to send that left foot to the floor, release the right knee back into the body, send the left leg all the way out. We're just going to take a twist, so left hand over the right knee, right arm out to the side. You're going to send that right knee across the body towards the left. Maybe just let your gaze come towards the right side. Try and keep that right shoulder grounded. So if that means your knee doesn't come up over as far as you think it should, don't worry about it. Just take it as far as feels good. You're just going to bring that back up to center, swap the legs. So right foot to the ground, left knee hugs in, just give it a squeeze, and then cross your left ankle up and over your right knee. And again, you're working to wherever you get that stretch. So if that is with the foot on the floor, great, keep it there. If you want to bring the knee in, take it an interlace. You can make this stronger by taking the hands up and over that right shin. But I'm not going to do that because this is enough for me. Gently releasing that right foot to the ground. Bring the left knee in, send the right leg along the length of the mat. Right hand over that left knee, left arm out to the side. Let's take that little twist. And then gently bringing your way back up to center. Just hug both knees in, maybe bring the forehead to knees, rounding in. And you can rock up to a seated position. And that is my little stretch because I'm hungry now and I want breakfast. So that is where I'm going to go. I'm going to shower as well and get rid of the sweat. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment or maybe subscribe if you haven't done already. If there's anything that anyone wants to see, drop me a little message. Come and see me on Instagram at Holistics by Charlotte. Be lovely to see you. And yeah, thank you so much.